Hi, good morning. This is lesson 119. This will be for Monday, May 11th. Sorry, I had to think about what that day will be. Okay, it's sure not fun being here alone in the classroom, but thanks for letting me use Mrs. Merrill's lesson the other day. I'm going to actually make my own today for lesson 119. It's pretty fun. Anyway, it's learning about writing tenths using common and decimal fractions and measuring to the nearest tenth of a centimeter. So it's actually really fun. So I'm going to go to this lesson right here and show you, a ruler that's a lot larger than it really is. So we have the inches side and we have the centimeter side. And you can see it says 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters, 4 centimeters, and we have all these little marks in between that are millimeters. So in between each one is 10 millimeters, 10 millimeters, 10 millimeters, 10 millimeters. And then the larger line in the middle is halfway, so that's 5. That means like 1.5, 1.5. But I made on a piece of paper here a large ruler. So you can tell this is not accurate. But I made it looking so I can teach the lesson better. Okay, so I have the little marks that are in between. So we have 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10, 9/10, and that is 1 centimeter. So there's 10 millimeters in a centimeter. Okay, 10 of them. And then there's 10 more, and there's the halfway mark, 5/10, 2 centimeters. So in between each one of these, there would be 10 millimeters, 10 millimeters, 10 millimeters, okay? And I didn't make it all the way across just so I can teach the lesson. All right, so if I wanted to know how many millimeters equals 2 centimeters, then I go and measure. So there's 10 here and 10 here. That would be 20 millimeters equals 2 centimeters. It's the same thing, okay? Now, when we write fractions, I have a 1/10 right there. So 1/10 can be written an easier way, 0.10. That still means the same thing. 2/10 equals 0.2. You can write with a decimal, then 2. 3/10 equals 3/10. 4/10 equals 4/10, and so on. So you can see this video. So now I'm going back to the page. So they have me writing here that they said draw a 36 millimeter line segment above the ruler using a different color. So I didn't do it yet, so I wanted to draw it with you. So 36, I'm going to circle it. And then 36 millimeters, so I know that I would go 10 here, 10 here, 10 here. And then there's the 5, and I go one more to make 6. So I'm going to draw a line above it so you can see where I'm doing it. 30, 35, 36. So 10, 20, 30, 35, 36. Okay, so there's that. So another way that we can write this is we have 3 centimeters, that's bigger, so you could write 3 centimeters, and then I have 6 millimeters and 6 millimeters. So that's another way to write it. Or you can write 3 centimeters, or actually you could write 3 and 6/10. So this can be 6/10, or you can write it another way, 3.6, and we're talking about centimeters. See how that's almost another centimeter? So that is the 0.6, the 6/10. And I'm going to go and do one more for you so that you can see it. All right, I made another ruler. So I wanted to go to 2 and 3 centimeters. Whoops, sorry, 2 and 3 centimeters. So I have another pretend one. These are centimeters. Oh, that's, yes. So that would be 10 millimeters. I think I kind of messed this up. Anyway, so 2 would be you go to, we'll pretend like this is a 1. I can tell I made a mistake. Okay, 1 and then 2 and then 3/10. So I drew it to there, so we won't erase this. Okay, so there's 1. 2 centimeters and 3/10. So this is how you would write it. You would write 2 and 3/10 centimeters or 2.3 centimeters. That's how you write it. And we'll do more of this in our lesson or homework page. So one of your homework pages is the 6s. And here's the song again. Happy birthday to you. Ready? 0, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60, 66, 72. That's the song about the 7s. And it's not the 7s. That's the same song that we did before. It's a song about the 6s. So I circled 3 of them to do. 6 times 8. So I wrote the numbers, and I went to the 8th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 times 8 is 48. And 6 times 5, I'll do it with my fingers. Ready? 0, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. So 5 6s is 30. And let's do 6 6s. Okay, ready, go. 0, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. Okay, that is 6 of them. 36. Okay, then I think you can do the rest. Our next one is measuring with the centimeters, millimeters, and putting in the tenths. So this one says it goes to before the 4. Okay, so in between the centimeters, there's 10, 10, 10, and this one looks like it went to the 5, 6, 7. So I say it went to the 3 and the 7. So we would write 37. There's 10, 20, 30 plus 7. Okay, 30 plus 7 equals 37. Now you take this and you go, oh, I have 3 centimeters and 7 millimeters, okay? 3.7 centimeters. And this one, this segment goes past the 1, and it looks like it's almost to the halfway mark, so I'll say that there's 5 there. So 10 plus 5. 10 plus 5 equals 15, which is you take this 15, you go 1 centimeter and 5 millimeters, so 1.5. How long is this segment? So I count, where does it stop? It goes past the 5, and there's 10 in the middle, so there's 5, and we'll say 3 more. So I said 5 plus 3 equals 8. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So 50 plus 8 equals 58, which is 5 centimeters and 8 millimeters. And then you go 5.8. Let's skip this and go to the part where we have to draw it. Now we have to draw a 3.2 centimeter line segment. So we go up to the 3, and then you go to the second mark. So that's 3.2. This one says draw 4.8. So go to 4 centimeters, and we count to the little 8 little hash mark. So there's 5 and 3 more, 4.8. On the bottom, we're going to learn how the other ways to write this. So it's 2 and 5/10. So I already showed you about making tenths right here. So 1/10 equals 0.1. Okay, so we have 5/10. So I wrote 5/10 equals 0.5. So we write 2.5, and this says 7 and 1/10. So you can go 7 and 1/10. You should write this 7.1. And this one, they're switching it. It's kind of like a fact family. They're all the same. So 6.9, 9 means 9/10. Okay, that's what that means. And 4.3, that's 3/10. So then you could write that, 3/10. And now I'm going to the homework page. I'm doing side A so that you can learn by yourself on side B. All right, this one, it says the children in Mrs. Mersko's room had a race. Michael finished in 54 seconds, Peter finished in 48 seconds, and Erica finished in 39 seconds. How many more seconds did it take Michael, so remember, then Erica? So we are not talking about Peter. I'm going to cross him out. Michael finished in 54 seconds, and Erica finished in 39 seconds. So you know that one number is higher than the other. So you subtract 54 minus 39. So you would borrow from the 5 and turn into a 4 and send 10 over. So 10 plus 4 is 14. 14 minus 9 is 5. 4 minus 3 is 1. So the answer is 15 seconds. And I wrote down the type of angles here. So A is acute, which means small. So there's an A, acute angle, and acute angle. A right angle, you can stick in a piece of paper and you draw a little box because that means right angle. And this one right here is an obtuse angle. That means it's really big. Really big, and it's above 90 degrees. Okay, 90 degrees is a right angle. Now we're going to fix this missing number and write the rule. So you kind of have to look and see what's going on. There's nothing in common. 2, 6, 9, 13, 20, 53. There's nothing in common with that. But they did give you a clue. So how do you get to 0? So 2, how do you get to 0? So that would be 2 minus 0. Let's see if it works for this one. Okay. 2 minus 2. Okay, sorry. How do you get to that? All right, so they use minus 2. Let's see if that works here. 6 minus 2 equals 4. Does that work? Yes. So we're learning that the 2 works. Let's try it right here. So how about 13 minus 2? That equals 11. So our clue is it's minus 2. So 9 minus 2 is 7. 20 minus 2 is 18. 53 minus 2 is 51. So we write in here E minus 2. Okay, this is a function rule. Each box on number 4 has 24 pencils. Divide the first box in half. So I already did it for you. Just go right up and down the middle, or you can go horizontal. So there's 12 on each side. So 1/2 of 24 is 12, or 2 times 12 equals 24. Now this one, it says divide the second one into thirds. So I see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So each one has 2 in each column. So let's count how many are in each column. 2, 4, 6, 8. So I wrote 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. So 1/3, there's 3 parts. There's 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts, equals 8. And then this one is dividing it into fourths. So we have north, south, east, and west. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1/4 of 24 is 6. Number 5, write 2 6/10 using a decimal fraction. So you'll do 2, and remember what I told you about 6/10? So we'll go back on our paper here. 6/10 is 0.6. So we'll write 2.6. Write 7.9 using a fraction. A fraction means it's broken, like a broken arm. So you write 7 and 9/10. We'll show you here. 0.9 equals 9/10. Okay, the last one's fun. I love this stuff. So I see these little parentheses. So it says 3 times 6 plus 2. Well, you can take your 3 and then put parentheses around the 6 plus 2. I think that's already done. So you say 6 plus 2 is 8. Now I get to say 3 times 8. 3 times 8 is 24. Okay, so we already know that because there was a 8 in each one. 3 times 8 is 24. Now let's go to this one. So parentheses, 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 times 6 is, so let's do our song. We're doing 6s. 0, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. So 5 6s is 30. Next one, they didn't have any parentheses. You can decide where you want it. I just decided to put a parentheses on around the 2 and the 5 because 2 times 5 is 10. 7 times 10 is 70. And last one is so simple. Count how many zeros you have. 1, 2, 3. Put 1, 2, 3 right there, and you go, oh yeah, 3 times 9 is 27. And that is the end of this lesson. And lesson 120 will be the end of it. Okay, I love you, and I hope you have a great week. And we'll see you. You guys that are doing your homework, you're going to get A's. So I appreciate you doing your homework. Good job.